You're founder and general director of the Center for Geostrategic Studies. What pushed you to found such an organization?
I'm from Serbia. We don't have in Serbia now politicians in parliament who are thinking about Serbian interest and about geopolitical situation in the world. That's very important for us to know what is happening in the world and what are the interests of Serbia. Then we can, when we know what is going on and know our interests, we can then work something that situation is in Serbia can be better than now, because it's a very bad situation in Serbia.
Bad situation because I understood that in Serbia there are a lot of discussions. Will Serbia will be a member of the European Union, yes or no?
Yes.
I know that there are a few politicians in Serbia who want it. I know that the people, I think mostly of the people, they don't want it.
Yes.
Tell me why, what is your position? I understood you are against membership of European Union. Why? You don't like Europeans?
No, I like European people, but I don't like European Union, because that project of European Union is wrong for all people in Europe, because that's the project is not in interest in Serbia. For Serbian people, it's not in interest from French people, for Germany people, and other people also. People in Serbia are not for European Union. They are against European integrations, but it's a situation like that. We have marionettes in our government. We have politicians that are under control of West, so we are going to European Union, and our politicians are taking us in European Union, no matter what people don't want to go there. And it's wrong for Serbia, because we have a very bad economy because of European Union. We don't have industry anymore. And there was very bad privatization in Serbia, and all that very harms Serbian.
But on this moment, Serbia is still not a member of the European Union. No. How can the European Union be bad for Serbia on this moment?
Because we have that agreements with the European Union, and because our politicians are working like they are European Union, because they are working they are doing all what politicians from Brussels and from Washington wants.
What they command, yeah.
Yes, and no matter that's against Serbian interest, they are doing what they want for us.
I see that we have a few common points. One is that we both are a lot of times in Russia.
Yes.
And the second point is that we like Russia. We can even say that we are a little Russophile.
Yes,
yeah?
Yes, for sure.
But the answer for me, I know it, but I want to hear it from you. Why do you like Russia?
Every Serbian like Russia, because we have the same history, the same culture, the same religion. We have really close. Russians and Serbian people are very, very close. That's like in whole history, and we have the same roots. And that's the reason, because Serbian people love Russia, and for me also that's the very good reasons for. Love Russia, and also we love Russian people, because Russian people was helping Serbian people in any time that that we need help. Now we have floods in Serbia, and first Russia help Russians.
They help a lot,
Help a lot.
because in the Western media nobody speaks about it.
No, they even don't speak, and that was our Tanisar Djokovic told that BBC and CNN they don't have anything about floods in Serbia, and that really was a disaster for us. And the Russia first sent their specialists for help and other food, or they are helping us a lot. And then that Catherine Ashton, there was some conference, and she told that she's thinking about Serbia, and that the European Union will help us. So they have very long procedures, and maybe we will get help from European Union for 6 months, I guess. So.
And what will be the price?
That's
the question,
yes, the price.
If the European Union helps somebody, there is a price to pay.
Yes,
you lose your soul. Yeah? We know it, because I live in Belgium, and I see how the Western countries are really Americanized.
Yes.
And even I heard from I heard that from people who lived in the States, that the Americanization in Europe is worse than in America. We copy everything what happens in the States, but we do it worse.
Yes, I know. The good example is our province Kosovo and Metohija, and there Americans did what they did in America when the Britons came to America. What they did to Indian people, you know. They are all in kind of camps, reservoirs. No, today the Serbian people in Kosovo and Metohija are living like that.
Like the Indians. Yeah.
Like Indians, they are all in camps, and they are just using like our churches for tourism, and we don't have any security there, our people. And if you go to Kosovo and Metohija, you will see the flags of United States and the flags of Germany, for example, and flags of Albania. So that's like we are under full occupation. Yeah.
So now that we speak about the theme of the United States and occupation and so, let's go back 50 years ago. The NATO attacked your country 50 years ago. It was horrible. And what is the impact of this attack today? How the Serbians remember and feel these horrible moments in Serbian history?
Yes. So Serbians don't like NATO at all, because we remember what they did to us. It was the first time in history that main power, world power, bombed one small country. We have about 7 million people, and in NATO in that time was 19 states, 18 states. And the goal was to control Balkan, and United States want to build a camp on our land, and they did it after bombing. There is a camp Bond still in Serbian province called Kosovo and Metohija. So it was very hard for Serbia, because in that bombing we lose our industry. They bombed our schools, our cemeteries, our churches, our buildings, and civilians. They used uranium bombs and illegal arms. So I guess we will have problems because of bombing for all future of Serbian is under question because of that. So we are remembering what happened now. There was a conference 1 month ago about 15 years from bombing of Serbia, and we have there experts from all, from Germany, also from Britain, from United States, and that intellectuals who are talking about what happened in Serbia and what United States and NATO did to one small country, and there was any reason except they want to build that camp and they want to control that Balkan, and they are talking that there was a genocide over Albanians, but that's not true, because we see they was talking that like Iraq have like arms.
Yeah, mass arms.
Yes, mass arm, and after that we see that was a lie. There was talking that in Syria was chemical arms also,
yes.
but that's all lies, and we have a big problem with Western propaganda, because they like for Serbs the main problem was propaganda, because they're talking bad things about Serbs, and that's all lies.
Is this today an item on the schools in Serbia? Do the youngsters they learn about this?
No, because in Serbia we don't learn many important things, like genocide in Jasenovac and other bad things that we happened to us in the past, because it's a very wrong situation in Serbia. We don't have it's like we don't have a state. We are on the full occupation, and our school system is also like Western ones. Yes, yes.
Not like in Russia.
Not like
here it's very different.
Yes, we are learning some very things that are wrong, like historical things in our school, that they have wrong historical things to learn our children.
An emotional question maybe? Because I don't know if you had victims in your family in the time of the bombing. You had victims in your family? No, okay, you're lucky, but do you know people who lost friends? So you know them, yeah?
Yes,
So
yes.
what would you say if today you walk on the street and you met one of these NATO bombers? What would you say to him?
Yes. I will ask him, is he realize what they did? Because I meet some NATO officers, and I talk with them. They are realizing that they support wrong side, but you know, they are just, for example, in Kosovo and Metohija, 6 months, every 6 months they get other like officers, because they all realize what is going on for 6 months, and they all support Serbs and talk with Serbian people there and telling them, so we are so sorry because of this, but that's our state, that's politics, we see now that we are wrong, you know, and nothing after that. Some people are like, they stay in Serbia, like one former NATO officer, his name is Christian Karš, and he have now a portal name is Sorry Serbia. He's from Norway, and he is writing about his experience, and that he is also sorry what happened to Serbia.
Wow. What can Serbia learn to Europe today?
So Serbian experience is, I think, very good for European people. They have to see what happened to Serbia, and then they can think about that project of European Union, and they have to think about the role of United States in Europe. Now we see what is happening in Ukraine. That also was happening in Yugoslavia, in former Yugoslavia, and Croatia. We have also like problem with Croatians. So that's one example. They like our experience. It's very useful for other people in other states, and we need to just finish with that United States occupation, like other states in Europe also.
So, in fact, you had the last question. You had a lot of critics for the Serbian politicians of today. They are not patriotic enough. That's what I understood.
Yes.
There are a lot of things are going bad in Serbia. Certainly now with this flood. I don't believe in coincidence. But I say I think there must be more. But my question is, you love Serbia.
Yes.
You love your country.
Of course.
But everything is going bad and you love your country. How you can explain this?
You have to love country no matter what is going on. That's the simple answer.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you very much, and I have one present for you. This is a Serbian flag for you.
Oh, that's nice.
And this is Kosovo and Metohija, Serbian province, and this means Kosovo is Serbia.
Is Serbia?
It's right
This
here,
understand?
yes.
Wow,
Yes.
okay. Thank you very much
Thank you.
for this interview. I will open the flag now. So
Thank you. I will help you, yes.
So, because the people on the video can see this, it's like that. It's a nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So, this is one of the most beautiful, let's say, European flags we can find.
Thank you very much.